What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mission Your Muscle. I'm Mike Shana. Today I've got something kind of cool. I'm going to be showing how to wrap your door handles on any 6th gen Camaro, and I'm sure this applies for a lot of other cars too. If you saw my last videos, then you've obviously known that I've wrapped my car, and one of the major problem areas that I noticed on the car were the door handles after I wrapped it, because like I said, I'm not a professional wrapper by any means. That was the first full car that I've ever wrapped in my life, so there were a lot of imperfections in it, things that didn't turn out exactly how I would have liked them to. But today I'm going to be showing how to wrap the door handles. I talked to some professionals, and hopefully I have a better idea on how to actually wrap this without having it kind of finger and come up and get all these weird creases. So the door handles looked like garbage. They were peeling up, and you could see the silver through and everything. So if you look at my last video, you see what I'm talking about. But today I'm going to be going over exactly how to wrap this, and I'm going to be doing this in two pieces as well. Before I was doing this in a single piece, and I think that's where a lot of my problems are coming from. So we're going to try this in 2 pieces, and that should work a little bit better. But as always, I'll provide an update video and let you guys know how it worked out over the last couple months, when that time gets there, and kind of an overview on how long it's been holding up, how well it's been holding up. So for today, the things we're going to need are some rubbing alcohol to clean off our door handle. We're going to need this is Pro Bond adhesive promoter. And I'm using this because I'm using Avery film. If you're using 3M, you have to use, it's called 94 primer or something like that, I don't know. But it's different for each material, so make sure that you use the right adhesive promoter depending on what material you're using. And then you're also gonna need a Q-tip or applicating, some kind of applying foam pad or something just to rub the glue on. So they gave me this at Metro Restyling. I'm gonna give it a shot. It's like a microfiber pad. They should work out pretty well. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start off with with this piece, the smaller chunk. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do, obviously, is clean off the piece that you're gonna be wrapping. Let's get our alcohol. Just kind of give it a good wipe down. This has already been wrapped. I unwrapped it just before this video, so it's not in terrible shape. But it's always good to make sure you start off with a clean surface. And I know I'm not using a microfiber towel either. I need to do some of my spring ordering and get more of my microfibers. I'm running very low. So I have to pick and choose what I use them on. But let's see. Yeah, there's some dirt on this, but not bad. All right, there we go, nice and clean. Let's go ahead and get our wrap. So the next step is going to be cutting the vinyl out to match this face right here. So we're going to trace out an outline on our vinyl and then go ahead and trim it out. Okay, so now we have a nice outline of what we want to cut out. Taking our scissors, go ahead and cut this out. And I'm going to cut a little bit inside the line too, because I know that when I traced it, I went over. It was bigger than it should have been. Okay, there's our piece, and we'll size it up just for reference. I'll trim the edge just a little bit, but I'd say that looks pretty darn good. Okay, so for the next step, I'm going to remove the vinyl backing and put this on. And I'm not going to use this adhesive promoter yet, just because this is a completely flat piece and it shouldn't lift at all. There's going to be no reason for it to. So peel the backing off. Be careful not to touch the back as much as you can. As little as you can, I should say. It's not bad. So, got the rest of this vinyl here. And now what I'm gonna be able to do is just basically drape this over, kind of like so. Trim it with some scissors, and then it should just kind of wrap around the back. I'm gonna put this piece in here first, and then I'm gonna wrap or paint the adhesive promoter onto the vinyl itself, because I don't think it stuck really well when I painted it onto my handle. Let's see. Oh, this is beautiful. It's turning out great. Check this out. So this is pretty much just laid on there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel it back, apply my adhesive promoter, and this is gonna look immaculate. Let's go ahead. Okay, so now I was able to get the wrap to bond around the edges with the glue along the edge. It worked out pretty well, it seems like. So now the next step that I'm gonna do is try to paint some of this glue in here along this inner edge without lifting out the other stuff. So it might not work. I'll probably end up trimming it first. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna trim that first. Okay, so here's where we're left off after cutting it. And I'm also gonna trim around this bottom part too, so I can paint the glue on the edge as well and try to roll that over. It's all trimmed up. Now using my brush, I'm once again gonna paint around these edges. All right, those are painted on. Go ahead and roll these guys over now. Okay, it looks good. I'm gonna get my hair dryer actually. You probably wouldn't notice it on the car. Here's the edges, obviously. The bottom side doesn't look great, but it's, you know, it's the bottom side. So you're not really gonna notice. Then the top isn't horrible. You know, so having it sit in there, it's not gonna look too bad, I don't think. Once it's in the car. But like I said, definitely not a professional job, but this is how I was explained to wrapping it by the professional. So they said do it in 2 pieces, which I did it in 1 piece last time and it still turned out fine. I thought, you know, I mean, I thought it was better quality than this because you don't have all these edge lines and everything else. So I'm still not totally thrilled on how this looks, but this, I guess it works. Okay, so the next part will be actually wrapping the handle itself. Here's our handle, already removed and everything. So what I already went ahead and did is I took a piece of vinyl, cut it out and placed it over the button right here, because what I think I'm gonna do is when I go to put this vinyl over on top of this, when I roll it over, I'm gonna paint my glue on here, so when I trim it out, it won't come around out from this little slit on the button. But I don't want to get any of the glue on the actual chrome button itself, so I just kind of taped it off in a sense. And then we're gonna do the same thing as last time, where we're gonna come up to about here with it. And I'm gonna try something different and put this end piece on last and see if it makes a difference, but if not, it still should be the same concept. So basically we're gonna heat, wrap it around this edge. I'm gonna have to heat it off camera, unfortunately, just because of the setup that I have right now. But heat it, wrap it around, and then go ahead and trim it around this edge. And do the same thing. We're gonna paint the glue around here, and hopefully it sticks to this seam line, and we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. All right, I'm gonna try to put the glue back on. Hopefully it works. It's been driving me nuts. The glue makes a mess when you take it off, so it's just been kind of a pain in the ass this entire time. So let's go ahead, try it again. I'm gonna put the promoter around here. I'm gonna trim this too because for whatever reason the vinyl keeps lifting. I think it's because of the button. Relieve this tension here. There it is. There's definitely a little bit of silver showing, but I'm not too concerned about it only because I know that there's glue under it now. So even though it doesn't look horrible, well, maybe it does, I don't know. Let's see. That's not bad. There's a little bit on the edge right there, but oh well. Okay, so I cut my piece out and I'm gonna put glue on the top of it just doesn't lift off, just to be safe. That actually turned out great. So I think that this glue works really well on flat surfaces, but anything that's curved, it kind of sucks. Or that you have to heat. Because that turned out way better, I thought, going over top too. So, let's have a look in the door. Let's go throw it in there and see how she looks. All right, so here it is on the car. I don't think it looks too bad. Obviously this isn't bolted in yet. It's still just kind of loosely sitting in there, which is fine. But this is way better than it was before. And even those edges, if you look it up close, like, yeah, that doesn't look very good, but from here, who's gonna tell, right? And like I said, it's my first time wrapping. Well, not first time, I guess, but it's, I'm an amateur, I don't know what I'm doing. So this is all just kind of trial and error. And I think it turned out pretty good, to be honest. It's not horrible. So that, guys, is how you wrap the door handle on a 2016 Camaro SS, and it also works on any other door handle applications as well. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like this video, drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.